Welcome to the Baku Grand Prix. We are here live for ILR3, and as you can see, it's very moist for the European Grand Prix, looking very moist indeed. And Bobster, title contender, is on pole for the moment. The trend continues. Danny, who is second in the title fight, is second. So there we go. Of course, there's been some DNFs in these conditions. The Force Indias have both had disasters. Demon Ash yet to set a lap. We have Crumpet on an out lap now, having a bit of a disaster. Goody 2K and MK Bourne set a lap. No, yeah, no, he's in the pits with connection issues. I wish I was surprised. I think we're on board with Paga center lap. Let me just tweet this out. Of course, we have access down to the Mercedes garage once again this week. The Toto and the boys have let us have unlimited access to the drivers as Liliart retires. I presume that's him probably done with only 39 seconds left. MK Bourne retires. He will probably leave the session again, no doubt. No Aiden tonight. No Paul McGuinness. The two Scots are poorly. Winter's coming up in Scotland. Aiden, Paul migraine, bless him. He's a dose of man the fuck up, perhaps. We have our Stig driver, Fat Slag, famous for getting some points last time out, sitting in ninth, 1.1 off the lead. But I do believe, according to some of the drivers, that it will be a dry to wet race as well. So interesting to see when the rain does come out. It is forecast to come out about halfway or towards the end of the Grand Prix, but we're not sure at the moment. It being Cody's game, it could pop out at any moment. It could be even a wet race for all we know. And Paga's in the wall there as he's trying to set a faster lap. Danny X420 retires. And I am just going to tweet this stream out. Shout out to Billy Munger. Right, sorry lads, just getting the tweet live. As Bobster has been pipped to the post by Paga by 5,000ths of a second. Masterclass. Oh, Afri Frisch. I think that's how you say it. Isn't fair, only a tenth, just over a tenth behind. Danny X420, 3 tenths behind, and Dino Joe half a second, Owen 7 tenths. Silent Assassin 8 tenths. Random's very solid, second off the pace there in 8th. Normally finds himself outside the top 10. It's a very solid performance. I cannot change the driver because Cody's like to lock that in. So we're going to have some interesting strategies, I think, this race. Depends where the rain does come in the Grand Prix. Will they start on the super softs? Will they start? Oh my god, that's a McLaren! Oh, goody 2K! I just saw him. I think the ambulance may be needed for that. Through the fast corner 17 and 18 in sector 3. And DNA Joe there popping into the top. Got pole. Jeez. Look at that. 1/10 separates the top 3. It's going to be a very saucy race. Especially with Fat Slag on the scene. It's always a saucy one with that one.
Naughty.
Proper naughty. Let's have a quick word of the McLaren Mercedes drivers. They are sitting, let me just scroll down, it's somewhere. They're both 14th and 15th. Quite
very dry setup.
Very dry setups, they're saying. What's your predictions for the race, lads? What's your strategies? Just get it home in one piece?
I'm going to say hang back.
Hang back, take it handy, yeah. Oh, I need to skip that FOM because it'll get blocked. Thanks, Fat Slag. Any idea what the weather forecast is doing, guys? Because I can't see this, I'm just looking at the pits. That'd be great if you could tell me if rain's due. It's sunny at the moment, which is good to see. So will the rain come? When will it come? If it will come at all? Will we see guys start at the back on the mediums or softs, trying to wait for the first raindrops? Will we have guys going on the super softs, ready to push out in front and try and get in the lead? And again, it's Baku, very similar to Monaco in Sector 2, the castle section. You don't need to be racing the driver to crash here. One late brake move, one lapse of error, and you're in the wall, you're in the castle. You're in catering, tucking into a cheeky little kebab. And I'm going to have a sore throat by the end of this because I'm commentating alone. I will be reading out the comments, lads. Is the formation lap on, Jacko?
Confirmed formation lap.
That's what I like to see. You've got this, look at this. Tightly run ship here. Get me in the live comments. Got Jamie Mabata and Amcorza, and Mike is in the chat as well. Jack Baldhead. Behave, fella. Behave. Here we go. Take you through the grid then, because I've been too busy tweeting. DNA Joe leads us away. He had a good start to the season. MK Bourne's left the session. Please do not come back. You'll lag everywhere. Bobster, very commanding position in the Tile Championship. Has had a good run of form at the moment. He even joined us late in the season. Missed the first race, I think. He's second. Paga, again, he's missed the first 3 or 4 races and he's looking very formidable. I think if he came at the start of the season and get a bit of luck, needs a few DNFs to the guys ahead of him and he could be well up there. Afri Frisch, AOR driver, Paga's teammate, the Williams boys, looking very formidable as well. These are probably the constructed team to watch, apart from Mercedes lads, of course. Don't want to say that. And ex-Danny 420, Big Danny, he was the title leader earlier this season, but he's had a few, I wouldn't call it disappointing, but I'm sure he would have liked to have been a bit higher up. Finishing 4th, 5th, and obviously Bob's winning a few races, he's pulled ahead. Owen, famous for his win in Spain, holding off Bobster at the end on the hards. Great drive there, drive of the season from him. And then we have Silent Assassin, very good strong start to the season, and he's kind of wilted away with a few crashes on his own accord. He's a little bit inconsistent, but on his day, in the groove, he's one of the quickest drivers on the grid. Random, his teammate, definitely second choice will be there. Big Fat Slag, surprised he fits in the car. They will be doing weight control on that one, and they may not pass it. Lily Art, 100% record on the points, that's his goal of today. Will he be able to keep in it? Goody 2K, the other McLaren drivers, had a good time out in Monaco, scoring solid points for the team, 10 points. Ways, loves a corner cut in Monaco, and he don't think he finished it. And is he ghosting in this? I think he's ghosting again. And Soleil in the 13th, the Toro Rosso driver. Not sure he'd be happy with the 13th spot in the qualifying. Maybe he's going for a dry setup. And we got the Crumpet and Jacko. Crumpet with a big gap back behind Soleil. He should really catch up there, or Charlie Wine will be on the phone to Toto. Jacko right behind. These two quite close in the constructors, so it'll be interesting who's going to set the dominations. The first team driver at the moment, it's slightly down, but Jacko's come back into it. Big Bazza, well, that's a block of flats. That is a block of flats. Maybe he's in there watching from catering already. Maybe she's already gone back. He's get on the room service. MK Bourne, he could be in, he could be not. His AI will need to get him some points. St. Johnston, Fraser, he's our trialist today, and he'll hopefully show us what he's got. Apparently he's quite good according to some of the drivers. And then to complete the grid, he DNF'd in qualifying on center lap, Demon Gash. So as the drivers line up, the anticipation builds, so does the nerves. Please lads, keep it clean. As 3, 4, 5 lights come on, DNA Joe is away. And we'll see to be away clearly. Bobson makes the inside dive. Keep it clean, lads. MK Bones left the session. Oh, there's a bit of contact at the back. DNA Joe leads them away. Bobson's like the 2 Williams. Oh, that's a Sauber round. That is a Sauber round. And that's Randoms with a silly dive bomb there from the inside. Apart from that, it seems quite clean. DNA Joe's pulled away. Nearly got a second league. And that's Paga looking at making a move there on Bobster. Very clean start at the front, which is good to see. Randoms with a silly dive bomb. There's a yellow flag in sector 2. I think that's for Randoms. It is. MK Bourne's disconnected. Demon Ash moves off 2 spots. Solaine's dropped quite a few. Jacko 14th. Bit of a train hit. Oh, that's a Force India in the wall. And I wish I was surprised. That's Waze. Silly move. And he joins back unsafely. That's careless from him there. Really shouldn't be doing that. So as they file up through the castle section for the first time, everyone's clean through there so far. I'm getting a sore throat, but we'll keep on going, boys. DNA Joe's already got over a second lead over the Bobster and Paga, just under a second behind. followed by Afri Fish, followed by Danny 420. They start in the grid formation, they continue in that. Fat Slag up to 7th, Owen 8th, Goody 9th, Lily Art 10th. Who's the biggest loser in that was Randoms, and that's Owen. Owen's round, I see it on there. There's a Toro Rosso around as well. At least Owen is waiting, the ghosting, and he's lost a bit of his front wing. Selene and Owen both spinning on the curb. So those three have had a disastrous start. What will be going through their heads now? Arriva Benny banging his fist, so he's not happy with that. That's driver error. He was looking good for solid points, but now they'll have to pit for a new wing and maybe go long and see if the rain does hold off. Paul McGuinness is dying, but he's still able to watch. Good to see it, ILR for life. Not IRL, Paul, but cheers, mate. Jamie Batter, Callum European Disaster Class, horribly needed. Oh, Paul's all jugged up, loud aspire. My setup went to default. Okay, mate. Any more comments? Disaster needed. And some racial slurs from Jamie. A 5-second stop-go penalty for Owen. He's a bit of a friggin' disaster there. He's put on some super softs and a new wing, so he's pitting again. And Waze is taking a stop-go penalty, I think, as well, because he's just sitting there. Why are they both ghosting? Waze is ghosting again. Can he actually not go AI all the time? Jesus. MK Bourne, 1 minute 46 off the leaders. Call it a day, son. Get that car well back in the garage. That PU's properly gone. Bibbidi bobbidi boo. DNA Joe leading. Bobster falling back off slightly. Just getting to the groove now. 1.6 behind. It still looks quite bright outside, quite sunny. Those super softs will be feeling good right now. Jamie Batter's preferred tyre choice of this game. Can't get the ultras to work apparently. Super softs work a dream, and they seem to be working a dream for DNA Joe. Josh at the moment flying out in front. Afri Frisch is looking saucy on his teammate, gaining and gaining. I don't think he's going to make the move here though. The long straight, sector 1. Randoms is out. I wish I was surprised. And will that bring out a safety car? He's DNF, but his car's still going. Okay. And he's pulling off. And that sums up Sauber. Question is, will we get a safety car there? I don't know if we will. It's just towards the castle section, but he is off at a safe spot. The two William drivers looking very saucy right now. Silent Assassin as well on Goody 2K. It's quite a bit of a train here. Field just trying to calm down, get into a bit of a groove, which makes sense. It's a long race, 26 laps, about 1 minute 45 a lap. As he far right through the castle section.
Catch behind me, Baz has gone off at the same.
Big Baz. He let through one of the Toro Rossos there. What happened there, Jacko? Any idea?
I don't know, I'm about second in front, but
okay. Lagging a little bit, but we'll carry on. Gonna ride above the Williams guys because they're looking quite fighty here. Afri Frisch and his teammate Paga. He's keeping it quite tight behind, but he will be waiting for this long straight and to take advantage. He's going to tuck into a slipstream here. Will the day disrupt his flow, disrupt the downforce? He's lost a little bit of time, but surely. Surely he'll do something here. I don't know if he's got the straight line speed. DRS is open, but he's not really gaining. He's not. Let's have a look at position change. St. Johnson, the trialist, up 8 positions to 10. Very solid start. Oh, Paga's running a little bit wide there. And he's let Afri Frisch through. No fine there, that's good team orders. Let him push on, made an error. That's what driving's about. You pick your battles, you pick your battles. So it'll be interesting to see if Afri Frisch can push onto Bobster. Bobster will be taking the slow and steady approach like he did in Monaco, and that worked absolutely treat for him. Winning that comfortably in the end after Silent Assassin was pulling away and absolutely had a disaster last off that Grand Prix. And there's another... Oh no, what is this? VSC has been deployed. Any idea what's that for?
Something beyond the again. Not sure.
Yeah, I just seen that. Disaster. Who's the Force India there? Why is he doing that? No, okay. Is that MK Bourne about front wing? Well, it might help that McLaren be a little bit quicker on the straights, but bloody isn't going to help in the corners. Absolute disaster. A lap down. Lagging like nobody's business. Get that car in, son. Get it. Just finish. Get out of here. Get back on COD. Jesus. No one's pitting. Nobody's pitting. Goody 2K. Has that made a move on ILR? I think ILR, did he dive into the pits then? No, he didn't. And is the race there? Please don't die. Bit of a battle here. We're looking at P9 here, the Haas and the Force India St. Johnston. Fraser. I'm going to guess he's from Perth, Sport St. Johnston. Not many people support Perth. God knows why he supports St. Johnston. Was he, I don't know, was it beaten as a child and he's made to do it? I don't know. Here we are. He's looking very racy against ILR. Please don't crash. Good for the castle section, very well done. Can the Crumpet latch onto the back of this little mini train here? Solid pace though, it's looking quite racy. Sand Assassin's approaching Danny X420 as well. Fat Slag. Oh, it's contact. ILR, oh dear. ILR making aggressive moves to the inside line left. St. Johnston sticking it to the right. He needs to play it sensibly here. ILR looks like he's fuming in that helmet. And he's right with his gearbox. They're going side by side. 17-18. Oh, they made contact. Shit! Let's crump it on the inside. Oh, there's a crash. There's a crash. Oh, what is he doing? Safe fucking travels. What was going on there?
ILR just turned in on me.
I don't think that was his fault. I think it was St. Johnston. It's just the... I think he got caught up with the incident with St. Johnston there. And when we look at Sand Assassin and Danny X420 keeping it very clean there in Sector 1. That's 10-3. Still side by side. A little bit of wing damage. I'm not sure who that's off. Goody 2K is just behind them, ready to pounce. Another little mini train here. Jamie wants me to show the tyres. You best believe I'll be showing those tyres. There you go, sunshine. As we watch him through the castle, Sand Assassin all in their gearbox to Danny 4X20. He's a very clean, very sensible driver, and he's running a little bit wide now. We're in chopper count. Let's go, boys. Sauber's now just on the inside of the left. Will he be taking that downhill left-hander? He's already done the move. Sign, seal, delivered. Good night. Toro Rosso Danny tries to go a bit deep to put pressure on him. He doesn't. Pulls away. And Sand Assassin will be looking to push on to Fat Slag. Fat Slag is looking very saucy on those softs. And we're in chopper cam for him. Just in the long straight. Lovely. I'll tell you what though, lads. I'll just say this. Those clouds look a bit darker. Don't they? Don't they just? No, we need now a bit of rain. That'll be proper naughty. And there's a Danny X420. He's trying to break the slipstream with Goody 2K. Please don't dive bomb there. That's ridiculously far back. Is that Liliart and Jacko? That is. We're going to ride on board. Liliart's head will be gone in there, and for good reason. It looked like a racing incident, but I mean, St. Johnston was chancing his arm with that move. I have to look at that from the point of views if that is looked at afterwards by the stewards, if the drivers are not happy with it. I think Crumpet did get collected by ILR by accident, it wasn't on purpose. Love a bit of chop gun. There's a weaving car there. That's the Crumpet. He's had a disaster. Oh, on the media. Where the hell? Where's Liliot? Oh, there he is. Jesus, he just disappeared from the shot. He's absolutely fucked that. Crumpet's in the pits.
Liliot's off to Lithuania.
He was off to. He's off to Lithuania. Was he off to Austria? I don't even know. He's like, get me out of here. He's had a good streak of getting points every single race this season. It's a long way to go. We've had one DNF. I imagine MK Bowen is basically another one, 2 laps down already. Ways on the mediums. Crumpet's in the pits again. Oh, and Liliot's looking very racy against Jacko.
Safety car incoming.
Jacko, you number 1.
I am number 1.
Liliot making the move there. Oh, there's a fat Owen behind as well. Jesus. Oh, tell you what, these are not giving each other an inch here. Very racy. Now Jacko's going to have to contend with Owen. He is a lot quicker, Owen. Sorry to say that, Jacko. Got number 1 on you. Own it like you've got that number 1. Come on, son. And Owen in the Ferrari up against Jacko. Big Hamilton fan. After this move, we will have to go for the battle for second because ILR Fish is making the ground on Bobster. Goody 2K has passed Danny X420 as well. The first driver to stop Liliot, and he's on the super soft as well. So is rain coming? Has anyone got any idea? Any drivers know? Nothing at the moment. Have you asked for a weather report off Jeff? And Crumpet, 3 second time penalty for corner con. But we won't act like that happened. Crumpet's in twice, Liliot's in 1, Owen's in. And he's made the move. Lane has left. He left it late, but I think it was okay. He didn't give much room there. You had to make the cut back on him. Crumpet's in the pits again. Safe travels. Paul McGuinness.
Mercedes record of pit stops in 1 race.
Well, you guys did pit 14 times in Monaco. I don't know if it's going to be beaten. He's already pit 3 already. It'd be an impressive record to see. As the driver's out front, Bobster has been pushing a little bit. He's cut the lead to DNA Joe by half a second. ILR Fish is getting caught up in the day air, has dropped back half a second on Bobster himself, but it's very close up the front at the moment. And I think they will be by the time. Yellow flags in sector 1. Oh, the 2 Haas drivers side by side. Mr. Crumpet, safe travels. I wish I was surprised, but I'm just not.
Big shout out to Liliot and St Johnston.
Big shout out to those 2. I'm sure he will be submitting something if that is the case. I'm not sure. He's not one for submitting stuff.
All autistic, can't be helped.
There you go. There's his thoughts there. That will be controversial. And that is... Oh! Oh! The slag! The slag's too wide for the castle. Can't fit his fat arse up the castle. Fat slag's it. And I tell you what, if that isn't a safety car, then we're not going to have one today, because that's in the castle section, I think. The Crumpet has left. I wish I was surprised. And who's pitting? DNA Joe. I'm having a safety car. Someone will gamble on a safety car at this moment. DNA Joe's in the pits. What's he sticking on some softs already? He'll probably try and go the distance. Bobs is in. Is that look like a time penalty? Oh, he's waiting on a car. Remember that pit limiter, boys? Where they're going to come out? And that's Owen. He's already pitted. He's side by side with Bobster. This is key for the race. Oh, his contact slightly cut him off there, cheeky. Oh, St. Johnston apologise. He hasn't pitted yet. And Bobster will be fuming at that one. St. Johnston, he is racy. He is borderline cheeky. And he's managed to get that move done. And Bobster's going to look on the inside here. Side by side, boys. Don't touch. Very clean at the moment. And Bobster's made the move. He made that look easy. Good racing, lads. Bobster's lost a bit of time there to DNA Joe. He's only just under 2 seconds. And now he's nearly 5 seconds behind DNA Joe. But he's going to be in traffic of Danny, Goody, Paga and Afri. They're all about. They haven't pitted. DNA Joe is the theoretical leader at the moment. Will Afri Frisch? Will Paga pit? They could be losing time. It depends how they're managing those tyres. We'll have a look. Owen. Looks like he's making a move on. Bazza. Very close coming to the castle section. He's pushing him through there. Owen needs to get this done. Bazza is not that quick in that Haas. He's going to dive bomb edge for the castle. Nice corner cut and let him have the space back there, Owen. Oh, or don't. Oh, do that. That's very feisty. But I mean, if Owen's going to cut the corner, I think Bazza's entitled to push him to the wall. I'd be fuming if I was at Bazza there. So yeah, you get what's coming. Goody 2K now leads the race. First time he's leading the race this season. The McLaren boys getting a job well done there. Ex-Danny Force. Yeah, no, cheers, mate. Sore throat. Bob's off second. Half a second behind Afri Frisch. So he's the undercut has worked quite a bit. He's took about 1.5 seconds. And remember, he was stuck in traffic as well. See, Bobster would have jumped him if it wasn't for the traffic of St. Johnston. That was a key moment of the race. What tyres are Danny and that on? Goody 2K is on the softs. Bobster's on the softs now. Afri Frisch has gone onto the super softs. And he stopped. So was he on the softs? I think he was on the softs to begin with, wasn't he? I'm not sure. But he's on the super softs now. I don't know if they're going to last 16 laps. Owen Wyatt. Let's get back on this one. This is going to end in tears, this one. Baz is ghosting. I mean, is he just letting through? I don't know. And that was the end of that move. Safe travels. I don't know why Baz has gone AI there. Here we are. A few of the drivers on mediums. Is there any sign of rain? It's a lot more overcast now. I wouldn't mind a bit of rain now, I'll tell you. Love a bit of chopper cam. Goody 2K all over the... Getting harassed. Is that a spit of rain I see? And Rays has retired. Absolute disaster. Bobster sets the fastest lap. I think he's been overtaken by... Yep.
Yeah, it's raining, Jack.
It's raining. We're getting confirmation that it is raining. And I tell you what, Goody has not pitted. Danny X420 is not pitted, and they are looking very good. So you could argue, if Goody can keep it out, keep the pace up, he's in the net second position. Is that rain coming down a lot heavier now? Goody's going to be defending for his life. These boys on the fresh tyres. This is just going to help DNA Joe out though. The longer Afri Frisch stay behind, the longer Bob stays behind. Danny, Paga, Silent, they need to get past the Goody train. Jay Goody here in second place. Fat Slag's gone, Crumpet's gone, Radham's didn't make a lap. MK Bourne 6 minutes behind. What you doing, mate? He's pushing him through the castle section here. Look at this. It's half a temper between the three of them. It's getting greasy out there. Goody 2K runs wide. Afri Frisch is going to go side by side of him. Keep it clean, lads. Oh my god. Oh dear, Bobster and Afri Frisch survive it. Goody kind of concedes it. He hits the wall. That track, Jacko, can you confirm what is the track conditions like at the moment?
It's definitely raining, but too early for a sort of wet tyre.
Any noticeable change? Is it greasier, slippier? Still feel pretty dry.
Having a break earlier.
Yeah, you're on the mediums as well. Whereas we look, Goody 2K's now getting sucked up by Danny X420, and he's going to have the move done well before turn 1. Will he be able to fight back, tuck in the slipstream? I don't know. Tiger's slightly dropped off here, but it has Goody 2K pits. Now, if I was him, I would have stayed out to the inters, and he's got a 5-second stop go speed in the pit lane. I'm going to stay with him. Will he put on the intermediates? Will he be ballsy? If it was me, I would have stayed out until he's put the inters on. Lads, I don't know, guys, in the comments. Is this too soon, Goody 2K, to put the inters on? It's barely spitting. I don't see any puddles, no spray. What's he doing? Whoa. This could be a tactical stroke of genius, or it could be sitting P14 at the end of this lap. Yes, Paul, getting sucked well up by Danny X420's front ring. Oh, and there's the Ferrari there in the Haas, getting very saucy. Oh, is that contact? Tell you what, ILR has been in the wars today. That was St. Johnston again. The feud continues. Yes, here we go. Oh, he's getting very racy. Sector 3, there's a yellow flag. We're going to stay on board with this. ILR's weaving everywhere, making him sure he's in the rear view mirrors. Fuming. And then Goody 2K, we're going to watch his delta times. He's 2.6 seconds off ILR at the moment. Let's see, he's 3.2. He's already off second down in sector 1. It says Dino's dropped, but I don't know why he's dropped. You can see visibly it is spitting. It is wet now. Is it meant to be light rain for most of the race, Jacko?
As far as the forecast goes, it wasn't meant to rain until the last sort of 6 laps or so.
Well then.
But I don't know anymore than that. Also, the team can't provide anything else.
Yeah, they always do that. But Goody is dropped off 6-7 seconds at the moment. So, as you'd expect, they're not ready, as I thought they would. I don't know why. If it was me, I would have stayed out 2, 3, 4 laps as much as you can. Get that pit stop on the inters and then make the right changeover. For me, when I'm driving, when the DRS goes off, that's when you get the car in, get some inters on, get your head down. But the question is on inters. It's just Goody, and he's lost 9 seconds this lap, so he's had a disaster. He's sitting 10th. It's going to be ILR and St. Johnston battling. I'm just going to keep the tyre selection up because now it's going to be very saucy. Who will get where? And Goody's been taken by Owen. Bread and butter stuff there in those inters. Baz is trying to rejoin. He's having a disaster in the connection.
St. Johnston's pitted.
St. Johnston's pitted. Oh, the rear end sliding everywhere for Goody 2K. St. Johnston, he's gone on the inters as well, lads. We've seen the pace of Goody. It's not switching on yet. There's a little bit more spray. Need another lap or two. Way says electrical failure on this Force India. I'm pretty sure it was more the dodgy driving, to be honest. Ways saw you more on the barriers than the actual track. But here we are. Bob's at 1.5. The consistency from the guys in the top 4 and 5, absolutely fantastic. They've been nailing lap after lap. There's barely anything between them. There's no give. Unless there's going to be a driver error like Monaco, I can see Dino Joe winning this. But now the key is, when will the pit stop window open? These guys, a lot of them are regular, F1 drivers, season regulars. They'll know that they have an idea of the feel of the car, idea of the grip. There's a sector 3 flag. Let's have a little look if it's anyone I can see. I don't know what that's for. Demon Ashton's 7th. Strong race from him so far. He's in no man's land, but tell you what, start on 20th, he'll take 7th at the end of this race. Sound Assassin on the softs. No, the softs, the harder compound tyres do work better in wet conditions or changeable conditions than the softer compounds. So I can imagine the soft drivers will now start to gain or pull ahead, as is DNA Joe is now nearly 4 seconds ahead of Afri Frisch. And Sign Assassin all over the backs of Danny X420. They go side by side into 10.5, into the tight chicane, the right, the left, and he's got the move done and dusted. Proof in the pudding there that the softs are working a bit better, and I'm sure the mediums are even better than the softs. How are they feeling, Jacko?
I'm quite enjoying it. I can't feel any difference anymore.
There you go. But I'll tell you what, the super soft drivers though they are struggling quite a bit. There's not really much of a battle on the track at the moment. There's been quite a few battles through the race. 11 laps. I'm pretty sure the drivers now will be thinking when to pit, tiptoe around, put that car on lean, keep it ticking around, keep your gaps. Still 11 laps left. I mean, I'm also intrigued to see who you'll be able to tell when it gets wet. Who's got the wet setup on? Because they would have seen the forecast for the race. There was rain forecast, and it's raining qualifying. If it was, maybe you would have stuck a wet setup on. So for the early stages, but now you're going to look strong. So it was interesting to see.
Who's in front of Goody?
Owen.
Okay, so the person I'm following is a bang off.
Where are you? That's MK Bourne. He's ghosting.
Thank you.
You're getting at a rate to Goody as well. So he's not losing as much, but he was losing 12 seconds a lap. It's now down to about 5 or 6. So still, it's not coming down heavy enough yet. It's not coming down heavy enough. It's overcast. It's raining. The umbrellas are out. Champagne's flowing in the catering. In the VIP, they want to see some action here. I tell you what, I'd love a safety car in this wet condition as well. Just add a bit of drama. But I mean, if Fat Slag isn't going to fit through the castle section with his fat arse and not bring out a safety car, I don't know what will. Demon Ash is in the pits. We'll see what tyres is going.
Look at this.
Sector 1. Sector 1 for. Again, I don't even know what these yellow flags for. Is that Jacko on? Goody.
Yeah.
He's gained like 4 seconds in sector 3 alone. Jeez, maybe there's just nowhere near. Demon Ash. He's pitted on. Oh, there you go. There's a. Oh wow. The Ferrari has lost its front right. Oh no, that's got to be a safety car there. Cars are going 180 miles an hour. And he was on the inters as well. He DNF'd on the inters. Credit to Goody for keeping that car in one piece then. You can tell he's probably lost the rear end coming out those fast corners 17, 18. He's just not kept on the track. Will we see a safety car VSC? If there's one, would the drivers pit? Bazo's left session again. Shock. MK Bourne, 2 laps behind. Shock. Fat Slag, gone. Shock. Crumpet, 4 pit stops. Not surprised. Waze, DNF, not surprised.
Do you want some news?
Find me some news, Jacko. Down the Mercedes.
The rain appears to be dying off.
The rain is dying off. Well then.
Yeah, it's getting brighter and there's less rain on track, definitely.
So maybe that's why Demon Gash put the super softs on. Maybe got the call that's drying up. I'll tell you what, it does look quite dry on track.
Yeah, cars come back to me a lot more as well. It's drying.
Yeah, it looks a bit of a break. Selene is just trundling around the track. So we've technically got 12 drivers left. If Bazza returns, Goody is 11th. He is out the points. He's had an absolute disaster. He was the net leader. And he ruined it. He put the inters on. He went for it. Bazza's back. He knows there's a chance of points for Bazza. Big Baz lad. And I tell you what, I think the battle, if there is going to be one, will be between the front 4. Which is great to see, as there's only about 5.5 seconds between them. It's a shame Fat Slag couldn't be there because he was looking proper naughty on those softs as well, P5, and he was on super softs. It looks like it's raining quite hard on my screen though, Jacko. I don't know.
It's wetter in sector 3 and at the start line.
I want it to get wet enough for the DRS to be deactivated and then start to drive up again. That'd be interesting to see. I feel bad for Goody the way it's happened for him, but I mean he did pit too soon. If he just have a chance just to get inters to wet 5 laps or so, then it dries up, then yeah. Silent Assassin's in the pit. He's taking a gamble. Let's see what he's on.
I've had the call to go on to inters.
Oh, the call's coming out now, boys. Danny X420's in the pits. Silent Assassin's in the pits. What are they going on to? Mercedes were telling him it was going to dry up, but now all of a sudden the inters are going on. Silent Assassin, will he do the undercut? He needs a big undercut. Sector 3 yellow flags. Uh-oh. Down X420, wing change and inters on. Any idea what the yellow flags are, Jacko? I can't see anything yet.
Nowhere near it.
Yeah, all the leaders.
But it's too early for inters.
Bob's is closing. You think it's too early? Well, we'll see now with Silent Assassin and Danny on the inters. They've took the gamble. I think they had to at that point. They weren't really going to improve. They've got a big gap behind them anyway, so Silent Assassin's not lost any spots. So I think for him, why not? Chuck him on, see what happens. He has got Lily up behind him, 2.5. It'll be interesting to see if he can gain, and we'll see the delta. But Bobster, he's on the softs. He's making them work better than the super softs. He's only half a tenth now behind Afri Frisch. And it would be good to see a different winner on the top. No offense to Bobster, he's a top driver, but we need a bit of chop and changing. We did have different winners in ILR 1, ILR 2 at the weekend to break the running streaks of Callum and what's his face? Put on his name. Beast Ass, Beast G, sorry. And tell you what, Bobster's in the pits. Bobster's in the pits, and so's DNA Joe. So what are they bolting on? But DNA Joe, they're going on to inters now, Jacko. They're all coming on, and the inters are switching on. Silent Assassin's pulled 2 seconds out of ILR. I think it's time, mate.
Is that a hint?
Not at all. I'm not allowed to do that. I'm impartial.
No, I'm still comfortable on the mediums for some reason.
It's up to you. I'm just saying. They seem to be working now. I don't know why Demon Ash. He pitted only 2 laps ago, put on super soft, so he's going to have to pit again. He's an absolute disaster there. His own white is all over the back of one of those mediums. They will work better in these wet conditions. He's not going to look up there, is he? He's not. Demon Ash cuts him off there fairly. As they're going to go, he's going to be in his diffuser going through these fast turns, 17, 18 and 19. We've seen girls bin it in these conditions. Oh, he takes a wide berth. Oh my days. I wish I was surprised. There you go. And that, oh, I'll tell you what. Owen will be coming in now for inters because he's lost his front wing, and Arriva Benny is... There'll be no lasagna tonight for the Ferrari lads. It's an absolute disaster. St. Johnston lost it there. Fraser lost at the same spot. That was a racing incident as well. Pagger's out. Pagger's out. There you go. He's got the pace, but I tell you what, he's not got a great DNF record. And that tyre's hanging off. Q Scrub sad music, and Afri Frisch has lost his safety net and Pagger as a teammate. Will we see a safety car now? Will we bunch up the field? Please can we have a safety car? I don't think we're going to have a safety car. Oh, I'm really good for Pagger. He was looking quite good, at least for a top 4 or 5 finish. I don't know what he's done there. Maybe he's just lost the rear end coming out those top uphill, right to left sort of corner, which you can do in slippery conditions. Afri Frisch is in the pits. Will he have got the jump on DNA Joe? We'll see now which tyres are better. He's coming down the pit straight now. DNA Joe and Afri Frisch is ahead of him. He's done the overcut on him, and we have a new leader of the race. Afri Frisch, 2.5 seconds ahead of DNA Joe. Well, the Delta's not been working on the inters. He stuck it out, and it's worked for him. And he's pitted just at the right time, and now we have a new leader, net leader of the race. Unbelievable. Well done there, Afri Frisch. That's good race now. He stuck to his guns, knew when he felt a good time to pit, and he's gone for it. Only 6 laps left now. Does the DNA Joe have anything in his locker? It's a big gap now, but there's the top 3 and there's the rest really. Tell you what, those front 3 or 4, they will not be in ILR3 next season, I can tell you that. They've been fantastic this race. Great racecraft, great speed and great consistency as well. But no, DNA Joe, I would say he's probably got the best pace around this track today. I would love to see him hunting down and have a good fight towards the end. I love a bit of drama. Down to 2.2. Jacko, have you been lapped by the leaders?
Not yet.
It says you're 2 minutes behind them. Maybe the times are off. I don't know, mate. Yeah, I think the times are off because you're only like 25. Maybe no. No, I don't think you're 2 minutes off. No, you're about 1 minute 20 off.
I am about to pit again for dries because I cannot stand the inters at the moment. They're awful.
So you're pitting again.
I'm pitting again and I've got no wins.
Well then, Demon Ash is pitted again, and he's pitted onto softs. So Demon Gash has pitted for the second time under wet conditions, and he's put on dry tyres again. And didn't he do this in IndyCar and blamed us? But anyway, that's not the case. That's not the story right now. Back to the racing. He's on the softs. He's having a disaster. Guys in the chat, who would you be your driver of the day? We haven't got many drivers left now. We have 13 drivers left, not including MK Bum. Paga's still 12. He DNF'd 2 laps ago. 11 people watching. Big shout out to you boys. Sweet. DNA Joe, cut it down to 1.8. It'd be great seeing these guys in ILR2, ILR1 next season. They're going to add so much speed and competitiveness to the league. Can't wait to see King MJJ and ILR3 battling the likes of Fat Slag and Randoms and Soleil next season. Needed. But tell you what, DNA Joe, he's got the pace. He's already took 6 attempts out in the last lap and a half. How those super softs feeling? Jackie, you should have put on the softs. The super softs do not feel good in the wet, or do they?
To be honest, they're better than the inters. I quite like this.
Is the DRS deactivated?
Nope.
DRS has not been deactivated yet. Oh, this is a really weird race then.
But yeah, the super soft feels better than.
There you go. The right time. I just said it. DRS has been disabled. I've just been told by Big Charlie Mayer. So it looks like we've now finally gone to full wet conditions with 5 laps left now. DNA Joe hunting down Afri Frisch. He made the overcut on him in the changeable conditions. Bobster, ready to pick up any pieces, 3.5. Silent Assassin, way back, 29 seconds, 4th. Danny looks set for 5th. Liliot continues impressive run, 6th. Demon Ash 7th on the softs. With the DRS deactivated, surely he's going to pit, or will he try and just stick it out? I don't know. Owen in 8th, he'll want to try and catch Demon Ash and Liliot. He is quicker than them, but he is prone to mistake, pushing too hard. And that's what the nous of Liliot will come in. He's a very clean, very sensible, experienced driver. He commentates as well. He knows what's about. Goody 2K, absolute disaster. Finally getting those inters to work. He's only been on them for about 10 laps. Bless him. Jacko in the super softs, because why the fuck not? Sitting in 10th. It's working for Jacko. Then who am I to speak? In the lads in the game chat, in the live chat, who's your driver of the day? Who is your driver of the day? And no, you can't give it to Crumpet or Fat Slag.
Not voting now.
Not voting, abstaining. Sector 2 and 3, there are yellows. Baz is in the pits. I don't know what the yellows are for. I'll tell you what. That is Owen already over the back of Demon Ash. He was 10 seconds behind a lap ago. Get that car in, Ash. Get it in, son. Win Chopper Cam. Love a bit of Chopper Cam. Will he pit? Common says pit. Demon Ash is in. Good lad. He's in the pits. Onto the inters. Will he just chuck on some wets? Who bloody knows? There's another car in. Is that Solane? I don't even know if he's racing. Callum Elliott, big it's me. What up, lad? He is saying DNA Joe. And I'll tell you what, if he can get the win, I think you're right. But I think Afri Frisch, just for the nous of the overcut, if he wins it, I'm going to give it to him. Liliot as well. I'll tell you what, he's been in the swords today, and he was back down in 14th, but he's worked his way up to 6th again, and he's looking good. He's cut the lead out of Danny X420. He's done a bit of a disaster.
Reigning Drivers Champion, Nico Rosberg.
Let's have a look. Well, if you're going to have a one battle on the track, you want it for the lead. And this is what we have. The consistency from these two has been absolutely fantastic. Bobster has closed in again by another half a second. But is it too little too late? We have 4 laps remaining. We're on the 4th to last lap now. DNA Joe will not get DRS. It's too wet. He is 1.5 behind. Can he keep going? We've got 100 comments in the chat. Do we have any driver of the days? We've got a shout out for DNA Joe. I'm going to chuck in Afri Frisch. Maybe ILR as well. Goody 2K was on for a superb race. We just stuck it out a little bit longer on those softs. No shouts out for Waze as driver of the day. Unlucky lad. Paga, absolute. I feel sorry for the kid. He was looking good, but this is what happens in these slippery conditions. Lost it in the top of sector 2, just after the castle sector. And now it's down to 1.3 seconds. Can we expect any late drama? Can we have some drama? Are we not going to be like real life F1 and disappoint just when they get close? I don't want to see cars stuck in dirty air. Let's see some drama. Let's see some action. Will DNA Joe get this much needed win? He's yet to win in ILR3. Yet he's had some good pace. I'm pretty sure he had a pole or two before as well. But he's still chasing that elusive win. It's like the Nico Hulkenberg of ILR3 at this rate. Could be here for a while. Bobster in the meantime is catching at a rate. He's 1.8 behind. Oh, he's dropped down to 2. Anyway, just a couple more attempts out. The way it's going though, we could see DNA Joe at the back of Afri Frisch on the last lap. The way the time's been coming out. Depends what the dirty air is like through these tight corners. Can he keep it together?
Jack, where's Bazza?
Bazza is 28 seconds behind you.
On track, sorry. On track.
11th. Bazza is... He's just coming down to the left-hander for the big long straight, start-finish straight now. So he's just going through the quick right to left corners. Why?
Because I've lost a bit of wing, and the Inters is now the right tyre.
Yeah, I'd say he's probably, yeah, he's about 20. I'll let you know what the time's like if you need beat. He's currently 23.5. I'll let you know if he's catching. But anyway, back. Sorry, Jacko, we're back to the main battle of the race. He's down to 1. Can he get it under a second now, DNA Joe? He's getting great time in sector 3. You can see the car squirm. He's finding it through the fast left to right. He's got down to 0.9. Bobster 1.3. 2.1 seconds separate the top 3 going into the last 2 laps here at ILR3. Who is going to take the win? We need some comments in the chat. This is going to be absolute go if we get a good finish. Afri Frisch firing that car everywhere. He's trying to keep it on track. Bobster's looking very tidy, ready to pick up any pieces. We're right on board with DNA Joe. He's only 0.6 behind now. He's looking very good. Afri Frisch running wide in turn 1 and turn 2. Can we get some drama? This is going to be to the end. Will DNA Joe make the move? And Afri Frisch has hit the barrier. He's into the wall slightly at turn 3, and DNA Joe's looking at the inside. He's going to make the move. He's made contact. He's lost the rear end. Oh no! Why has he made the move there? DNA Joe. He's bowled it. And I tell you what, Bobster will pick up a P2. There was no need for Josh there to make that move there. He could have waited to the back straight. There's another 2 laps. He saw his chance and he had to take it there. That wasn't the right move though. And I'll tell you what, I feel for Josh. Some great speed he's had, but it's a moment of madness there from him. And I'll tell you what, I think he's got wing damage. And that's going to cost him. Apologies for my croaky, shitty voice in the commentary. I'm trying my best. I'm not a commentator. San Assassin's in the pits. Lilliard's up to 5th. San Assassin probably lost his front wing. He does not find these street circuits, does he? Needs a good runoff area. Needs a good gravel pit. And now, surely not. Surely he can't do it. Bobster, 0.8 behind Afri Frisch. 1 lap to go. Surely he's left it too late. Surely he can't win again. Will he break the trend of different winners this week? He has kept it consistent. He's just not been the quickest slightly. You could argue maybe Paga or, you know, Josh were quicker than him, but he's always been there and he's been very consistent. A few tenths slower a lap, but I tell you what, sitting P2, less than a second behind. Goody 2Ks in the pits on the last lap. Okay. Anyway, 7 tenths.
He's right behind me.
Is he? Yeah, 1.1. So now, sorry, I need. I'll go to you quickly. He's gone, and that's your other points.
Does he have a pen?
I don't know. I don't think so. No, I don't know. Just try and stay with him. But anyway, we're gonna have to watch the lead battle for the lead now. It's half a second in it. Bobster, Brandon is all over the back of Afri Frisch. This is into the last time in through the castle sector. Keep it clean, boys. Keep it tidy. Afri Frisch be thinking, don't make a mistake now. I need this win. Need it for the Williams. Need the constructor points. Need the title fight to continue. Bobster is pushing him through the castle section. We're going now up until the final fast bits of the track. We're going up towards the top of 10. Whatever turn that is, we're going into sector 3 now in a fast 2 left-handers and then braking quite hard into 4th, 3rd gear. And Bobster's made an absolute stupid dive bomb. What is he doing? What was that? Oh, I'm actually shocked by that. Brandon, what was that, mate? He's giving the place back. I'll give him that. I cannot believe what I've just seen on my TV. But he fairly gave it back. I'll give him that. He could have, again, he could have just waited for the straight, tuck him behind and just go. I don't know what that was, but he's just ruined it for himself. He's courtesy enough to give it back, and tell you what, you got to give him that. He'll avoid the penalty. But Afri Frisch, driver of the day, and Demon Ash retires. I wish I was surprised. Afri Frisch, great drive, mate. Fist bump in the air. 25 points for Williams. Great drive. Bobster, nearly driver of the day. Got a P2. He'll be delighted with that. But then, so close so far. Could have got P1 if he just kept his head on. DNA Joe will finish P3. The quickest driver out there. But, again, didn't keep his head. Afri Frisch did. And that's why he's won tonight. X9420, I can't change because obviously Cody's locked you in, but anyway, X9420, he will be taken 4th, followed by ILR. San Assassin is 3 seconds off ILR, but I think it's too little too late. It must have pitted because of front wing. Owen 7th, Goody 2K 8th. Demon Ash is DNF'd. I don't know if Baz or Jacko will overtake Demon Ash on the last lap because of the DNF and promote him down. I'm not sure. We'll see once final standings come in.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh no! Jacko's out. 2 DNFs on the last lap.
Baz's car on the slowdown lap just pushed me into the wall.
Oh dear. So we'll wait for the times to come finally. Behave. We're all good. So what a finish. Tell you what, that was some great driving, some ridiculous moves between the front 3 or 4. That was great to commentate. I don't normally commentate, but that was good fun to watch. There's some rash movements. I just don't know if they felt like they couldn't get the move. They just wanted the move done as soon as possible. How to just wait to the back straight. That's where you make your move. But no DRS. Maybe they thought they had to do it within the corners. I'm not sure. But Demon Ash did get 10th. Jacko, you missed out. You didn't DNF. I think you would have got 10th.
He was miles away anyway.
Ah, okay. Well, there you go. Great win. There we are, the drivers on the podium. Frank Williams in his wheelchair, doing wheelies, absolutely buzzing. He'll be feeding well through his tubes tonight. And Bobster, Andy, Joe, Josh and Brandon will be wondering what if they could be sitting at 25 points, but there's always next week in Austria. I think it's Austria. And there we go, there's your top 10. Afri Frisch, Bobster, DNA Joe, Danny, ILR of a scrape the P5, continues the point streak. Silent Assassin 6 will be disappointed. Owen White 7th, Goody 2K7 8th, Bazza 9th, Demon Ash 10th, even though they didn't complete the last lap, and Jacko 11th. And that's it. And I will, yeah, well done, Jacko. I think you're number 1 driver now. But good to see another driver win a race. That's break them all of the top 3 dominating. Bob's is looking great this season, though. Tell you what, be great to see if the other drivers keep the consistency up and rival for the rest of the season. Long way to go yet. And I'll see you guys in 2 weeks' time. And if we're in Austria, we'll have a break next week, so ILR2 can catch up. Till then, safe travels. Blah.